Hi Cosmos! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be covering the most efficient farming routine with some tips and tricks. Since the release of Campus Fur and the Quest EXP nerf, my old routine is no longer that good, so I decided to share my updated one. Now, let's get into it. Public servers will be best for farming. Before the day starts, you want to make sure all your needs are full. During breakfast, if you don't need to feel hunger, you should prepare for the day. Then do quests. Claim a dorm and locker, pick up the first book you will need for lessons, and go to the office to pick up an ice pack and the PE shirt. Then, during the breakfast fashion show, make sure to give out all your roses. The first tip is to check the football field for diamonds. There's almost always one there, if not, check into the water and further down the class hallways. Another point is to always do multiple quests where possible still. If you can't, try doing quests like Poppy I Got Hurt, Hair Tingles, and Run the Mile while collecting books in the library and returning them at the desk. As you're about to see in just a minute, if you're doing nap time, you can use the crystal ball to buy snacks while staying in bed. Zoom in close to the snack you want and click, then exit crystal ball to buy it. Now as the day starts, you should think about the lessons you're good and bad at. If you're not good at some classes, skip them to do quests, as you will get more EXP from it than doing badly in class. On a side note, I really hope they add a small quest viewer because I lag every time I open my journal to check quests, which is a little annoying. If you have your class textbook ready, you can do quests right up until the last minute before class. If you're in the middle of one before class, you can still teleport. It'll save the progress. The only tip I have for English class is to have a phone or search tab open ready to search spellings. Quickly search the word and it'll tell you the right spelling. It gives you a decent amount of time to answer. For basketball, I recommend going into first person and standing near the basket to shoot. Go between 0.2 to 0.3 power. If you're wearing things like halos on your head that sparkle a lot, I recommend turning down your graphics beforehand to see better, or take them off before class, if you remember and have time. If you play on mobile or tablet, I would probably skip this lesson and do quests. Now for Potionology. I think mobile players have the advantage, but if your reaction time isn't good, skip this class. If there's not many people in your server taking part in classes, this class isn't worth doing because if there's not many people and rounds, the EXP amount is very small. As you see here, with the amount of quests you can do now, vending machine snacks take up a lot of space in your backpack. I would eat those when needed, instead of waiting and buying food from the cafeteria. Some small tips I should also mention are that if you get tidy textbooks while you can't cash out, only do 10 to save time. And to save changing constantly, go into the mask pants section and search gray sweats. These can be used for both run the mile and nap time. If you are new to Royale High, remember to place your free textbooks in your locker. And first save up to buy a hairbrush and toothbrush. For sleep, you can use the beds in the sleepover tower. The entrance is in the office. This shopping minigame is my personal favorite. Don't hold anything for quests during it. It'll cover up the list. But this is basically a memory game, so make sure to keep in mind where each item is. Off topic, but I also recommend keeping an alt in the server if you can. A lot of people won't do study sesh here. Next up is computer. Again, this class is bad for mobile players, so I would skip it. If you're a PC player and going to take part, I would look in between the words coming up so you know what word is next. Don't let the red letters distract or deter you. Just carry on. For flight class, always remember to wear wings. If you have bigger ones, I'd wear them. It makes you slightly faster. And if you have any quests you can do during flight, I would do them. And if you're playing on low graphics, at least have them on 2 or 3 so you can see the guiding light line. As soon as flight finishes, jump off back into the school to complete more quests. During study hall, also try and do a quest, or look around the library for books to hand in. I also find saying the colors or shapes out loud helps me remember them quicker. Towards the end, keep an eye on the time. If you don't have long enough left to remember and submit the set you're on, just leave and do quests or finish looking for the books. Lunch is a great time to do quests, especially slightly longer ones. Just don't forget to fill up hunger and maybe hygiene. These needs now decrease faster than before. If you need to buy cafeteria food and you're saving diamonds, always buy the cheapest options. It may only be a few diamonds difference, but they add up each time. And now we get back to quests after eating. I would try to stay in the same server as long as possible because at the moment, once you have completed the Run the Mile quest once, it auto-completes when you run again every time after in the same server. On a similar note to this, I wouldn't recommend spam clicking the ice pack. It is classed as abusing a glitch and could get you banned if you overuse it. For archery, I don't have many tips because I'm not that good, but I would recommend closing the sidebar in chat to have more room to click aim for balloons when they appear, fly up slightly, and remember you can hit a target more than once for more points. The end of the day is always swim class. While it is enjoyable, I usually skip it because it doesn't give much EXP, or at least skip the first part, the swim spinner. I only teleport there once the fashion show starts. Again, remember to give out all your roses. If you're going to participate for the first one, if you get hit, try and land on the platform you first spawned on. It won't teleport you back unless you're below the spinner for the baton race. Turn up your graphics high so you can see through the water. And try to use the bumper bars to your advantage. They can fling you over the right way if you land on them right. I would also probably not wear big back accessories like halos and got bow. It makes it harder to see where you're going. Now we're getting to the end of the day. Do some quests before homework is handed out. If you have a low need, wait until the homework is given before completing it. You can do the homework while you complete the needs or maybe quests too. When you're ready to hand in the homework, you can do some quests. And remember, you don't have to hold it to hand it in. Because of how this campus is designed, it's easy to forget about your time dailies. Remember to check if you can spin the wheel or wish at the fountain. You don't want to miss the opportunity. Now that it's night, you can focus on quests. Before you do, you might want to do the Astral Lookout minigame, which you can find in the Destiny Chamber at the library. After that, it's all quests until morning and you can repeat the cycle. A lot of people have been complaining a lot about the EXP being reduced, but in my opinion, it's not that bad. While it is a little slower, this routine gets me about 15 levels an hour when I lock in and focus. I've heard some people who skip all classes have even gotten up to 17, but I'm not sure how true that is. Before this update, I could do between 15 and 20 per hour, so it's not that much of a loss. However, I do have to say that this requires a lot more focus than old farming methods, which may be tricky for some people. Some last tips are to listen to music while you farm so you don't get bored, or if you're able to, watch a movie or TV series in the background. This campus is also a lot better if you like to farm with your friends. You don't have to teleport anywhere and you're on the same schedule. So to summarize, it's basically campus for with quests and needs constantly in between classes and at night. skipping any classes you're not good at. For anyone wondering about the details, one full day of campus 4, including overnight, takes just under 1 hour. If you can get up to 15 levels an hour, that's 4,500 diamonds an hour with no game passes, 9,000 diamonds an hour with the double diamonds pass, 18,000 diamonds an hour with quadruple diamonds pass, and 27,000 diamonds an hour with both. For this campus, I also highly recommend buying the Faster Flight Game Pass. It makes it so much easier to get around. Also, don't forget to use the dorm and locker teleport buttons on the sidebar to get around faster. Or if you're stuck, try not to reset your character, because it'll remove quest items like the ice pack. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Cosmos.